Have queer comedians changed the world? To comedian and actor Tig Notaro, the answer is a resounding yes. Tig and an entourage of LGBTQ+ comedians explore this question in the first feature-length documentary to dive into the history of queer stand-up comedy. Outstanding, a comedy revolution spans 5 decades, uncovering how queer comedians drive social change through humor. Let's take a quick look.
It wasn't accepted to say you were gay on stage.
There was a time where comedy was very accepting of homophobia.
Queer people taught America to stop being scared of us by making jokes.
It's been such a journey.
There's a lot of people who've come before us.
Queer comics, queer history, that all deserves to be talked about.
And Tig Notaro joins us in studio. Thanks so much for being on with us, especially during Pride Month. Tell us what it was like to step into a project that resonates with you so personally.
Yeah, God, I've been doing stand-up for almost 30 years now, and there have been so many people that went before me, that paved the way, and it was just an incredible experience to be grouped in and looped in with all of these wonderful, hilarious performers, and just be a part of that. I mean, I guess just message of I don't want to go into like we're here, we're queer, but yeah, it's incredible.
Now, you kind of mentioned it there. The film highlights the role that lesbians have played in the history of comedy. What do you think is unique about their contributions? And specifically, what do you want audiences to take away from this film?
Oh, my gosh. I think it's good for people to see the struggles and how far people have come. And there's so much more that we can go with all of this.
And you got to work with so many trailblazing comedians, not only on this project, but throughout your careers. How have they, and yourself, paved the way for the next generation of comics?
Well, I mean, you know, we have come so far, like I was saying, but we really, you know, there's been a few steps back. But I do think what's so exciting is that LGBTQ people and comedians are more so in mainstream. And I just think all of those little pushes of boundaries and just moving forward is helpful for all.
It's mentioned in the film that there was a time where homophobia was widely accepted in the comedic circles, and for stand-up comedians specifically. Did you feel that way for you coming up, and what do you think is different now?
I definitely felt that separation, you know. I think the comedy world is, it's a microcosm of the planet. And when I first started 28 years ago, it was like, you're a gay comic and you're doing gay cruises, you're doing gay clubs, and every now and then there'd be like a gay-themed night at a mainstream club. But now I feel like it's really just kind of, I think you're more likely to see LGBTQ performers on just any regular night on any show.
Yeah. As we get ready to wrap up here, I wanted to ask you about Pride Month, how you celebrate, and also a little anecdote I heard you share that your kids didn't even know recently that you were gay.
Yeah, they are almost 8, and they knew they had 2 mommies. They knew we were married, but it was absolutely shocking to find out 3 minutes before we dropped them off at school that they overheard us talking about being gay and interrupted, like, "You're gay?" Like, yes. It was shocking. So this year we're going to be celebrating by talking more specifically about our family.
But not in the carpool lane.
Not in the carpool lane.
3 minutes before school.
Oh, my gosh, it was insane.
Really quickly, just changing gears here. It's ironic that Pat Sajak's last show on Wheel of Fortune is tonight. I know you were on Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
Somewhat rather famously. I loved your answer.
Crashing my exorcist bill.
Pat was a good sport about it. Any thoughts on his retirement?
This is the first I'm hearing about it. Who's replacing him?
Ryan Seacrest.
Oh.
Yeah. Vanna White's going to stay, though.
How does he even have time to take on another job?
I always wonder that myself.
He must be a robot. Listen, I'm all for retiring and having a nice, smooth life. So I wish him the best.
All right, Tig, such a pleasure speaking with you. Outstanding, A Comedy Revolution will release on Netflix on June 18th.